So here we go with another 5-minute discussion with, and I am, well, we've never discussed before. We just follow each other. It's actually on the Instagram platform, but I'm here with Simplified by George, and it was your post about the bras for ladies in Africa that in Scotland. I'm sure you can tell me more about that. But looking at your post, actually, George, and thinking of the fact that we've got a lot of people working at home, husbands, wives and kids, I thought this could be a great time for you to come on and give us some of your top tips about keeping normality, should I say, at home?
So yeah, normality.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Yeah, so it is quite a difficult one to keep everybody happy at home and everyone working at home. I did a post within the first week that we were all at home, because I realised that everyone was going to be finding it very difficult to keep their systems and everything in place and organised. So the tips that I've been giving out for that are around not making permanent changes in your house.
And what do you mean by not making permanent changes?
So I think if you all suddenly are working from home, what you don't want to do is start thinking, right, I'm going to build a desk up here and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, sort of like creating all this mess for yourself. Unless you were thinking about doing that anyway, and it's going to spur you on to suddenly like actually do something you've had on your to-do list. I think for me, if you're suddenly all working from home and you're tight for space, it's about trying to make use of things that you've already got. So, you might have a garden table you're not using, or a table that you can wheel out at Christmas or whatever, that you can put in a different room and you can use. And then the other thing is that one of the things that we're doing as well, which I think really works, is everyone having a little box or a folder for all of their stuff. So if you are on the kitchen table, you can get your stuff out, use it, and then pack it all away and take it off the table at the end of the night. So just little things like that, I think, to make your environment better so that you can manage working from home and having everyone in the same space.
Okay. So like the kids' plastic toy boxes, you mean? So
yeah,
actually everyone's got their own. In fact, we do it. I mean, I remember doing a fit out for a client years ago, and it was called Hot Box, I think, where you basically, and people who don't have permanent desks, you go to a locker, you put your stuff in. So bringing that to the home, getting the kids to do it, and I suppose it could be quite fun then, really, can't it? It's like, right, okay, I'm going to pack it all away.
Exactly, and it is, and also I think it's just thinking about how you use the whole house as well. So if you are tight on space, we're doing things like reading on the stairs. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, right? But sometimes you'll be stuck in the kitchen and you just think, I've been in the kitchen all day, I've worked in the kitchen, we have breakfast in the kitchen, we have lunch in the kitchen, we have dinner in the kitchen. It's just like, oh. So, if my son's doing some reading, I'm like, should we go and sit on the stairs, or should we go and sit in the bedroom, or should we go and sit in the garden? And it is just trying to think, you don't actually have to sit at a desk for every activity. So trying to take some of it in different spaces, I think, really helps as well.
Okay. So that's another great top tip. I suppose, like I like the sound of the cushions on the stairs and, cuddle up for a read. In terms of what else you do, though, because it's all about, it's not so much about decluttering, is it? Because you're called Simplified by George.
Yeah, so I do. I mean, decluttering is part of what I do, but it's more about making life simple for people. So for me, the purpose and the reason I wanted to start is because I think a lot of the time people make things difficult for themselves. Not intentionally, it's just because we put things in certain places and then we just leave them there. And we don't ever think about where you're using them. And, simple things like, have you got your tea and your mugs and your coffee by the kettle? Now, for some people, that will seem like the most logical thing to do, but some people it's not. And so, when I go in and I move all that stuff together and they send me messages going, just made a cup of tea. It was amazing. And that's taking it to a real simple level, but that's what I try and do with people who work around their house and look around how we can make that environment work for them, rather than it feeling like they're battling that environment all the time with everything that they do. Because life is so stressful, especially at the moment, but, generally it's stressful. And a lot of the people I work with, working moms, are going from work to home to pick up, doing all these things. And you just want everything to be run smoothly. And that's what I try and do.
Yeah. I like the sound of that, though. Like you say, wheel out the Christmas wallpaper pasting table, and we've got to think about our health as we sit down and work. But that actually sounds like you could make a huge, much bigger area so that you're not all trying to work on a small table, you're trying to work on a big table. You've all got your little bits to do. and then at the end of the day we pack it all away, like make it into an activity, and then you get on with your family life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's all just, and that's the thing for me. It's all about just trying to keep things simple, not about trying to, like, make some massive complicated thing of right now we're going to have to build a desk for somebody. We're going to have to do this. It's like, take what you've got and use what you've got to make everything simple for you and make everything organised.
excellent. That is wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing those with me. And I look forward to catching up with you another time. Keep posting.
Thank you.